On December 25th, Christmas Day, a hunter was wandering through the forest when he saw a cabin. When the man went closer to the cabin, he saw broken furniture everywhere and blood on the walls. He immediately called the cops. The cops arrived shortly after to investigate. When they did their search, they found a journal covered in blood and ink. They read the journal for any clues for what had happened. This is what it said. This journal belongs to Jeffrey Carter. December 22nd. We finally reached our cabin for Christmas. I have to write this journal for my school project. Hopefully something interesting happens. It is already noon and not much activity is going on. Me and my sister, Lily, stayed in the cabin while our parents went exploring for a while. Since nothing was going on, I decided to go on my phone, and surprise, no Wi-Fi. Lily told me she saw a deer hiding behind one of the trees. I just ignored her. At around 6 p.m., our parents returned. My dad met a new friend named Hank. They discovered a beautiful spot for hunting and seeing wildlife. My dad asked me to go with him the next day. I agreed. When I went to take a shower, I noticed that black and red liquids would come out. When I told my parents that, they tried it for themselves. All they saw was clear, clean water. I might just be imagining things right now. December 23rd. I couldn't tell if this was a dream or real. I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw a humanoid figure outside our cabin. To make matters worse, he tried to open the cabin door. I told my parents in the morning that someone tried to break in. When they went to investigate, all they saw was deer footprints around the cabin. I may just be getting paranoid. I went with my dad and Frank to the spot they were talking about. I took some pictures to post on my social media and for my project. My dad and Frank were getting ready to hunt. Just then, a huge blizzard had hit us and we decided to go back to the cabin. We lost Frank during the blizzard. I still can't tell if I was hearing stuff, but I swear I could hear him screaming. Later that day, Frank hadn't reported back to my parents, and there was no sign of him at his cabin. My dad called the rangers and reported that Frank had gone missing during the blizzard. While I was looking at my phone, my heart jumped. I was scrolling to my pictures, and I could see the man, that creature, the same creature from my dream, staring at me. When I looked at the picture closely, it was gone. I really am losing it. My dad returned from Frank's cabin and said he wasn't there. Then the whole search team went looking for him. December 24th. I swear I could hear the screams of people during that night. I must be losing it right now because no one else heard that. When I tried to convince my parents that something wrong was happening, they just ignored me. During the day, me and my dad decided to go on a walk. We saw blood in the snow. My dad was convinced it was some sort of animal. However, I didn't think the same way. Due to the fact that so much horrible things have been happening, so much strange events, I was convinced that it was Frank's blood, since no one has reported of seeing him. It was almost nighttime, and we were opening our gifts. Just then, a huge blizzard hit us. All the communication went down, but my parents insisted that there was going to be more family time. I really didn't care. I received a new chain, good for impressing the ladies. Lily got a new toy, and goddamn it was annoying. Merry Christmas. The officers realized there was the next page of reading on it. When they read the next page, they were puking since it was covered in blood. The writing had a creepy message in it. Here's what it said. Dear God, please don't let me die tonight. All the lights went out, which creeped me the fuck out. Lily noticed the deer hiding behind the tree. There, I heard it moving closely. Lily's toy activated, and all I heard was an inhuman noise. All of us heard that. Just then, the deer stood on two of its legs like a human and ran straight towards our cabin. It tried to open the door with no prevail, but it broke a window and tried to crawl in. My dad told us to go hide upstairs while he grabbed his shotgun and pistol. We hid upstairs and my mom grabbed the bat. Me and Lily hid behind the closet. All I heard was gunshots, then silence. My dad fucking screamed in pain. I could hear the creature walking up the stairs and checking every room to see where we are. He opened the door to the room where all of us were hiding. The last thing I heard was my mom screaming and that creature roaring. Me and Lily were both scared. Dear Diary, please don't let me die today. This might be my last entry. I am sorry for all my sins, and I hope that I will be accepted into heaven. The creature managed to grab Lily when he found us in the closet. I am now hiding in the bathroom. That creature, that thing, it's trying to break down the door. I am so sorry. For those that actually read this, that creature is half human, half deer, has a beard, and when the officers finally finished reading it, they realized that the page was missing. They decided to go to the place where the journal was last written to see if the page was still there. They gave the journal back to headquarters and then went looking for that last page. When they found it, right next to it was a golden chain covered in blood. It said this: "Those who trespass in my territory will pay the ultimate price, K." Behind it was a drawing of the creature. Jeffrey must have drew it before he died to show what the creature looked like. While the officers were talking, a huge blizzard hit. They tried to radio back to HQ, but there was no communication. In the background, they heard the scream of an inhuman creature and they heard it wandering closer to the cabin. The officers looked at each other and accepted their fate.